Hey there and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about two perfumes I recently got. I just went out to pick up a couple things at the drugstore, and here in Canada, Shoppers Drug Mart is our main drugstore, and it has a perfume section and kind of like a beauty counter section. And yeah, there were two fragrances that were on sale today that I hadn't seen before. And after I looked up the notes, they're both blind buys. So it's a really small haul, but I wanted to kind of open them up and test them on camera with you guys. So I'll leave the one I'm more excited for second, but we'll start off with the first one. And I took the plastic off already, but this is DKNY Women Limited Edition Fall. So it's either Women Fall Limited Edition or Women Limited Edition Fall, but I looked it up online, and this DKNY women line, there's a whole bunch, and they all have these kinds of complicated titles where they're almost the same thing, and they all had different notes. So it's not just a different bottle, they all have different notes as well from what I could see, and I had never tried any of them. I'm not a huge DKNY person anyways, but sometimes I get in the habit of trying to find a fragrance I like from each house, and I'll give them the benefit of the doubt time and time again. So this is my try with DKNY, and yeah, this is Women Fall Limited Edition. It comes in this pinky, purple, magenta-y box, and yeah, I got the 100 ml. This was $19.99, and the bottle, I'll take it out here, is here. So this is the bottle. It's a very tall and thin bottle, which honestly, these kind of bottles aren't my favorite because they're very hard to store, especially in the kind of setup that I have. This is taller than each of the shelves. So I don't know, we'll have to see where I can have this fit in my collection. Otherwise, it's a very simple bottle. It's not one that is particularly pleasing to me, but it's okay. And yeah, there's like pink lines and kind of sparkles on the back. So I'll just spray it on the box. Oh, and I'll read you the notes first, and then we'll try it together. This one actually had a whole long list of notes. So it lists freesia, solar notes, green notes, bergamot and violet leaf, jasmine, patchouli, rose, white amber, sandalwood, cashmere, tonka bean, and musk. So it had so many notes, and honestly, I thought I would probably like it and not love it. That was my guess, but it was so inexpensive, and I hadn't seen any of these DKNY women fragrances in the stores around me, at least. And I was already getting my second perfume, so I thought I'd pick up this one and make it a little more of a haul. So yeah, let's smell it together. I'll just spray it on the box. Okay. Let me spray a little more. All right. It had listed that it was a sheep fragrance, which I kind of get. I'm just trying to see what I get. I do get some patchouli in there. It's not a patchouli that's bothering me though, because patchouli can go either way. At least, you know, from first impressions, I don't think it'll be bad on my skin. I do get some amber and maybe some violet leaf. I definitely get green notes. It said solar notes and green notes. I don't know about the solar notes, but I definitely get green notes, maybe a little freesia. Yeah, it's kind of like a floral with a kick, with like a green kick to it. So I would say it's green and floral. And it's nice. It's not something that from first sniff I'm obsessed with or really love. I think you can tell that from just how I'm describing it, but I don't hate it. And sometimes with blind buys, and I love doing blind buys, I don't recommend it because every person's different, but personally, I think it's really thrilling to get a fragrance you haven't smelled before and just try it out. And yeah, I mean, this isn't one that I hate by any means. I think I'll have to play with it a little bit more, wear it on my skin, see how it plays out, but I can already pretty much guess that it's probably not going to be one where I just immediately suddenly fall in love with it and it becomes my signature scent. It's nice. It's just kind of like a green floral, honestly, from what I'm getting of it right now. And yeah, I'll continue to wear it. It's 100 ml though, and this is the kind of fragrance where I probably wouldn't have minded if it was a smaller bottle, but this is all it came in. I'll definitely wear it on my skin, play with it a little more, and see how I feel. Then, the one that I was more excited for trying out is actually Eternity Intense by Calvin Klein, and I actually do own like a little mini of Eternity, and I smelled it, and yeah, so this is the mini, and obviously I've smelled Eternity before, and my mom used to wear this when I was young. This was a really, really big fragrance when it came out. I feel like everyone kind of smelled like this when I was little, or women. They all kind of had this or owned this or smelled like this. It was really, really popular. And I had gotten this little mini as part of a set as a gift ages ago. I've obviously worn it a couple times here and there, but honestly, this I've just kept mainly for reference or nostalgic purposes, which works really well now because I picked up this one. This is not, from what I can tell of the notes and everyone talking about it on Fragrantica, this is not a fragrance where it's just Eternity amped up to be the intense version. It had different notes, it had a completely different vibe, and the notes listed were orris root, watery notes, bergamot, rose, iris, osmanthus, musk, vanilla, and creamy sandalwood. And everyone was talking about what a beautiful, powdery, soft fragrance this was, and that isn't really anything that reminds me of Eternity at all. And they were saying how they didn't even think that it should be in the same line, it should be a standalone fragrance. And it had so many notes that I love, that orris root, the iris, the rose, the osmanthus, musk, and sandalwood I usually adore. I've never seen creamy sandalwood, I think, in any fragrance, but I was excited. I'm really, really excited to try this out. So this is the intense version. It's just a brown and white, kind of burgundy brown and white box. And the bottle, if I can get it out here. Yeah, okay, so this, just in comparison, the regular Eternity is just a clear bottle with the light yellow juice, and this is more of like a medium brown ombre bottle that kind of fades to, I don't know, like a lighter brown or cream in the middle. But otherwise it's the same bottle shape. Just try it out here together. Oh my God. Oh my God, I love this. Wow. Wow, okay, so it doesn't smell anything. From what I'm getting just off this paper, I will try to wear it on my skin actually, let's see. It doesn't smell anything like Eternity, the regular Eternity to me. It is powdery. I do also get kind of like a paperiness to it. I'm wondering if it's more of that orris root, because it does have kind of like a papery, powdery. I do get that vanilla. It's a really nice vanilla and musk. I get iris and osmanthus, all those really powdery notes, which I adore. Yeah, and it's kind of like an old school lipstick where you might even smell a little bit of like the cardboard box that it comes in. That gives it off that papery scent, if that makes sense. And then those soft powdery florals like the iris, and it's a very powdery rose. It's not a strong rose, it's not a jammy rose. Yeah, it's really, really nice. I really like this one. I'm so happy I picked it up. And actually this was recommended to me by the sales associate, and usually I don't necessarily listen to their recommendations because oftentimes I feel like I already know what I want, or I'm interested in a particular thing that I'm going for. But she just happened to mention that this one, it was recently put on sale that day, and I picked it up for $39.99. I think I will put right here what the price is that I find online, like the regular price for this. But I picked it up for $39.99. So if you find this at your local Shoppers, or anywhere really, cheaper than what it's listed for, and you like powdery florals that have a little bit of like a soft paperiness to them, definitely pick this up. Eternity Intense is incredible. I mean, at first I have to wear it more. Even on my skin, it's like settling so beautifully, and I really, really like it. If you don't like the regular Eternity and you've been kind of shied away from Eternity Intense because you think it's just an intense version, it's nothing alike. On my skin and on the box that I just sprayed it on, it's super beautiful, and it's actually way less intense than the regular Eternity. They don't smell anything alike, but this is a much less intense version. It's just powdery and soft and papery, and it's got a really beautiful vanilla in there too. Wow, I love this one. So usually, or I've gotten in the habit of, or I want to get in the habit of telling you guys the fragrances when I do a first impression in the order that I like them, but this video I only had 2, so I would say this is in first place and this is in second place. I don't hate it though, which is nice to have happen, especially when you're blind buying. I will try to wear both on my skin and see how they do on my skin, but yeah, really, really happy with that, especially for this one. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.